The whole place was turning to shit. It wasn't a surprise, not really. Dr. Sonia Sawyer was the chief scientific officer of Lifelong Corporation, and in the grand scheme of things, the Egglemore emergency was just another crisis. Urgent, yes, but nowhere near the worst she had seen in her 20-year career. Sonia searched for her ID tag, which she'd taken off to use the bathroom and thrown in her backpack for safekeeping. Now it was hidden amongst piles of papers, indigestion tablets, and notebooks. By the time she reached the elevator, she had it primed and ready to be scanned. A security guard met her at the top floor, escorting her through a narrow corridor to the rooftop. A shiny glass walkway bridged the gap between the interior and the helipad outside, where the company helicopter was idling, awaiting her arrival. "Dr. Sawyer, this is for you," a young woman said from inside the vehicle, handing over a digital tablet. "Dr. Oswald has written some notes." Sonia thanked the girl, who climbed into the far seat and started tapping away on her own device. After a quick security check, Sonia was invited into the vehicle, crouching to avoid the rotors ahead. As much as she may have fancied jumping into the blaze to avoid today's meeting, it was her mess to explain and her mess to clean up. Before taking off, she typed a quick message to her daughter, the latest in a succession of unanswered check-ins. Their relationship had always been stale. It appeared that recent events had turned it rotten. "Sonia, we're sending another vehicle today. Get in. It's not safe to be on your own." Sonia could imagine her daughter reading the texts, her stubborn streak manifesting in eye rolls and pained sighs. She didn't blame her. The cellular service was down, but Lifelong had a satellite for employees and their families. Whether her daughter had chosen to disconnect or the service was glitchy, she wasn't sure. But the message bounced back seconds after sending. She'd have to try again later. "Okay, ready to go," the pilot announced. As the vehicle took flight, Sonia studied the notes Oswald had written for her. A meeting with the health secretary was an unwelcome invitation. Her boss was already doing damage control. As CEO, the buck stopped with him, and Sonia had to be on the same page when it came to the conversations in London. Any gaps in her story would be well and truly exploited, and as much as working in tandem with the government was painful and full of friction, Lifelong depended on the contract. They had to cooperate. The whirring of the blades ahead pulsed in a rhythmic pattern, distorting the silence within the cabin. Outside, plumes of smoke danced in the air, covering the city in a thick fog. Sonia could make out flames in the north, the aftermath of a small explosion in the east. Their flight path was clear, but it would be a lie to say she wasn't mildly concerned about flying over a disaster zone.